Coach. Thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor at M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tennessee Titans and the Baltimore Ravens. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And, whoa, he's going to hope that that is not a sign of things to come. A rude welcoming to this ball game. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. 60 Pittsburgh. Charlie. Now. Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work. Let's go.
2nd and 14. And this is incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time. And it's 3rd down.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Calais Campbell able to record his 5th sack of the season. 3rd and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
Fielded at the 20. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Back. Undercrunch, undercrunch, undercrunch. Shit.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
54 Mike. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Mike 54. Mike 54. Here we go.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Watch the run.
Jackson on 1st down. Flushed out right. Gonna throw right side here. Complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Hey, watch it.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Now it's Mixon running right. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It goes as a loss of 6, and now third down.
6 man. Check curls, check curls, check curls. Mike's 50
On third down, Jackson. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they'll throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. He finds Humphreys. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
Mike, 48. Come on. 48, Mike. 48, Mike.
They'll look to throw now on first down. It's caught. Humphreys. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
2nd down and inches. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down.
First down, 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
It's going to be a long day. That's going to be a long.
Now it's the backup Mariota. Gets this one to Hill. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 3rd down, Mariota. He gets it to Humphreys. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Somebody missed an assignment. He was waving his arms saying, hey, I'm wide open. They found him.
You think? You think? I mean, he was so wide open. Did you see he was just windmilling like he was Don Quixote or somebody out there? And then they found him for a really nice gain.
Back to the ground. It's Hill. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point put through by Suckup, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive,
they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
First down, Titans, gain of 12. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mariota drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw Mariota. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
48 for Mike. Silver. Mike, 48.
One. You ain't got nothing.
48, Mike.
One.
Third and long here for Mariota. And the pressure gets to him again.
My, oh my, they've had some success bringing him off the edge. How about the gambling man who's the defensive coordinator? He's not just bringing pressure. He's bringing a corner to go after the quarterback.
And it's worked twice now, twice like a charm.
And not only has that worked like a charm, he's been awfully disruptive in his usual role covering receivers. Now he's rushing the passer as well.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great. Let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And some room to maneuver. The 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Joe Mixon with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is what I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And this one complete to Smith. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
To throw is Mariota. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Escaping the pressure right. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
To the air again, Mariota. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
First down, Titans.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
Where are they, team? One.
Exit. 44's Mike. Check.
Final play of the half here, Mariota. This will be caught by Brown. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. He's got the first down here inside the 30. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Joe Mixon, 43 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken very short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive. But this is going to wind up incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
It's our time.
Here's Mariota. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Play action now. Mariota nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Calais Campbell in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Let's go. Let's do it.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction.
54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch QB drop. 61.
They'll stay on the ground, mixing again. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long.
It's now 3rd down and long.
Come on, set. 15 on it. 15 on it. Check it out. Yes. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, switch gears. Switch gears. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54, Mike. All day, punk.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Calais Campbell, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Mariota. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
48, 48, Mike. 48, I 7, let's go.
From the gun, Mariota. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Throwing, Mariota. Forced out to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Calais Campbell make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Mariota, flush to his right. This will be caught at about the 6. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. He may try and run for this. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
They'll run here with Mixon. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players. It's hard, gritty.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Jackson to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Ravens on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hey, check 24. Watch check. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big 30-yard play on third.
54.
Hey, watch the ball.
Jackson. Dancing to his left. He'll try and run it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Watch the boot.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 10 yards there. Good enough for a Raven first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Once again, they run with Mixon. And here he'll get it down to the 7. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right. But the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
The Ravens on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Watch twitch. Watch
Now they run with Mixon. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Mariota to throw it. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. First down, Titans, gain of 12. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
On 2nd down, Mariota again. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. That one complete to Hill. And he's got this down to the 35. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a play fake here on first down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. Again, it's Mariota. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Mariota to throw for it on fourth. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Again, it's Mixon. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. And he can't get away. Mariota goes down, and that is going to be a safety. So that a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points mean this is now a 2-score game.
And 2 doesn't seem like much, does it? But it means everything in this situation because now they're going to have to look back, and ultimately that might be the play that ends up deciding this game.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Mixon with a first down carry. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
Right there, 54 right there, 54 Mike.
They'll run with Mixon. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Baltimore. Coach, thanks. We're about 12 miles south of the future home of the Chargers at the current home of the Chargers, and that's Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Denver Broncos and our home team. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. Rolling to his left. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now a carry for the forward first-round pick of the Chargers. It's Melvin Gordon. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Flushed out right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
At their own 22-yard line.
One sec. You might 50. You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me.
Check. Lock.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 20-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
I'm coming.
Shoot. Watch the shoot.
Over.
Operating from the gun, Fields. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Let's get off the field.
First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. They run it here with Gordon. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Melvin Gordon. His 5th touchdown now on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. A first down run for Elliott. Not going to pan out. He'll, in fact, wind up losing a couple. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Line's 50.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
This is Elliott. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
You better be afraid of me.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Watch the curl, watch the curl.
To throw on third down. Fields looking middle, and that's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. They chalked that one up as a gain of 34 on third down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Set, ready. Defense the outlaw. Switch up, switch up.
Now Elliott. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Tight dog, tight dog. 6 guys.
On second down, it's Elliott. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up third and 4.
From the gun on third down, Fields. And he will find his man on the outside. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. He's got the first down inside the 10, and he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Zerline connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Check. 6-6, pull it high. Hey, Delta. Snap.
From the 27, Locke. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
Escaping the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. This is Mostert. It's a 5-yard pickup that time on what will wind up being the final play of this first quarter.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Now third down and 6.
On the ready. 50-50. Mike 50. Hey, D, boom, boom. Get in there, man. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Coming for you.
From the gun, Fields. This one complete to Kelvin Harmon. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
And the Chargers first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Let's go. Not a whoop. 50 to Mike. Go, go,
A first down carry by Elliott. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Third down and 4.
The Chargers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a Charger first down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
About 3 yards there to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got this.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Chargers on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watched tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs, because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun again to Elliott. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Their mobile, agile quarterback keeping it himself from 10 yards away. And the Chargers have taken the lead. So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm. It works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there, because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field and, of course, for pass plays. But the quarterback position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offense coordinator felt it, dialed it right out.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option and an extra weapon for you. I think they should utilize it more often.
Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 21. On the counter, here's Gordon. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Locke, it's complete, Stills. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. This is Gordon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Denver.
On the double.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Locke. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Back to the ground now with Gordon. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
56, right there, 56.
Hey, tight. Hey, echo.
56 to Mike, boy, 56. Check 56.
Here we go.
Mike, 56. Mike.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Watt going to throw. That's complete. It's Gordon. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 4 yards the pickup, first down. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Bullock's kick is good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
Third down and 5.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Let's go. Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
In your face.
From the gun on third down, Fields completes it to Davis. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Throwing on first down, Fields. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. That's caught out wide by Stills. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Down. 90 Wolf.
Watch the pass.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, I feel like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets. Now Gordon on 1st down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. And I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 7-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
You ain't doing nothing today. Shift.
He's going to have the 1st down past the 20. And finally taken down to the 25-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger 1st.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move, and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
At the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
I'm going to hit you.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
Wild Bill. 55 is my guy, 55.
On 3rd down, Fields. Throwing left side, it's complete. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a 1st down for L.A. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 47-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter. Action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
55. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
It's 3rd down and 6.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been automatic. How about 8 for 8 in the game thus far? This will be 3rd and 6.
Tighten up. Squeeze. Delta. Check. Crunch.
Here's Elliott. And an alley to run. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. And he's taken down, but not before he gets to the Broncos' 12-yard line.
That's another Chargers first down.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
36. Hatch it.
They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Set, hut, sit, and read. This the mic. Rip right. Jam it. Check three.
And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Say. Go. Watch 36 the mic.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. And this will be a pickup of 4 here, up to their own 20.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now this time Locke will throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
A great return there of 22 yards. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. No running room for Zeke on first down as he'll maybe get a yard out of that. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
At the 16-yard line.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. Now this time he'll look to throw. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
On the ready.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. Lock. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw is Lock. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Okay, baby, let's go. Let's go.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. following the penalty. Here's Gordon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Casey Hayward makes the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 15 at the 46-yard line.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of. But now it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the home team here, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.